Jai Nandalala, Jai Gopala, Jai Nandalala, Jai Jai Shri Radhe Govinda, मन बजले हरि का प्यारा नाम है. राधे गोविंदा, मन बजले हरि का प्यारा नाम है. गोपाला हरि का प्यारा नाम है. नंदलाला हरि का प्यारा नाम है. श्री राधे गोविंदा, मन बजले हरि का प्यारा नाम है. ला आ ला ला मोर मुकुट सिर गलबन माला, केशर तिलक लगाए, केशर तिलक लगाए. मोर मुकुट सिर गलबन माला, केशर तिलक लगाए, केशर तिलक लगाए. तावन में कुंज कलन में सबको नाच नचाए, सबको नाच नचाए. श्री राधे गोविंदा, मन बजले हरि का प्यारा नाम है. हरि का प्यारा नाम है. नंदलाला हरि का प्यारा नाम है. श्री राधे गोविंदा, मन बजले हरि का प्यारा नाम है. जय नंदलाला, जय गोपाला, जय नंदलाला, जय गोपाला. ला यमन किनारे दीन छुड़ावे, माधव मरन मुरारी, माधव मरन मुरारी. यमुना किनारे दीन छुड़ावे, माधव मरन मुरारी, माधव मरन मुरारी. मरुर मुदलिया चवी बचावे, न सारे हरले सुरबुर सारे. श्री राधे गोविंदा, मन बजले हरि का प्यारा नाम है. हरि का प्यारा नाम है. नंदलाला हरि का प्यारा नाम है. श्री राधे गोविंदा, मन बजले हरि का प्यारा नाम है. Hi everyone, good day. So welcome back to another video where we are discussing creating your reality through co-creating with the universe, or cooperating with the universe, in order to utilize both the power of your mind and right action in order to produce the results that you want, both for yourself and for the sake of the wider society, which is the foremost priority. Manifesting freedom through right action for yourself and for the wider society in which we live, in a world that is currently enslaved by the mainstream organizations, social systems, and human authority, right? So this video series is about manifesting freedom through right action, right? And I've embarked on a new series which is called Secrets, The Secrets, The Secrets. Now this, The Secrets, doesn't have anything to do with The Secret, as in the book The Secret. I know there's a manifestation book that came out some years back about The Secret, which talks about manifesting, but it talks about manifesting, I believe, like from a from the info I read on it. It's based mainly on manifesting through thinking or visualizing, which is a component of manifestation, but is certainly not enough. It speaks of manifesting through thinking, and also it talks about manifesting personal happiness for yourself, such as money, material wealth, abundance, and so on, right? But this manifestation that I am speaking of or teaching is manifesting freedom through taking right action, because true manifestation incorporates an element of spirituality. In fact, it doesn't just incorporate an element of spirituality, it is the spiritual path itself. True manifestation is the spiritual path, meaning manifesting using the natural, spiritual, divine laws given to us not even given to us, but that which already exists, knowledge of the existence of it has been given to us. And it's just for us to implement it into our daily lives. So I've spent several videos prior given knowledge, given information, given knowledge about these laws of the universe, which once you align with these laws, you can manifest or bring into your reality or attract into your reality that which you deserve and that which you desire once you align yourself with these spiritual laws. But really, to embark on this path, there needs to be some sort of hunger or thirst within you for that which is not just material. There needs to be some kind of thirst or hunger or drive within you for a kind of accomplishment, a kind of wealth, a kind of success that has nothing really to do with anything of this material world, right? There needs to be some driving force in you that wants betterment, that wants freedom, that wants to create a society in which these things that are important in the regular society does not hold as much importance, right? Things like materialism, things like nothing is wrong with materialism. That's how we survive. We need clothes to wear, we need food to eat, we need, in this current society, money to conduct transactions and so on. But what I'm saying is this should not be the driving force in your life. It should not be the sole driving force in your life, right? True manifestation involves spirituality and manifesting through the course or the pathway of taking right action. And of course, I always say that this is not an easy thing to do. It will require you to sacrifice things that you desire. It requires you to sacrifice things that taste good to you, right? Not many people are willing to sacrifice their taste buds, right? Not many people are willing to sacrifice the desires of their taste buds. Not many people are willing to there's a saying that once you can control what you eat, you could control yourself, one, and you could control the forces of nature, right? Once you could control what you consume, you will realize how truly powerful that you are. And of course, this consumption is not only what you put into your body, it's what you put into your mind as well. What do you feed your mind on a daily basis? Are you feeding it with the fear that the mainstream media is injecting or the government is injecting into your mind? Or are you feeding it with good mind food? If you are reading material that can help you to spiritually advance yourself, if you're listening to music that could help you to elevate spiritually and so on, right? It depends on what are you putting into your system. So we are talking about manifesting through right action, and I made a video yesterday speaking about how I was able to draw into my reality when I went on a few dates with a friend who is a meat eater, and he expressed a desire to give up eventually. So there's a goal, right? So that should be the first step. This is a lesson, using these experiences, my experience with my friend, to teach a lesson to whoever is watching this video, that he would have expressed, and that he has an end goal with regard to taking right action. There's a saying, once you take one step towards God takes 10 steps towards you, right? So he expressed a desire to move in the direction of right action, right? To move in the direction of right action. And once you take that step, you would realize that pathways would be open up to you that you didn't imagine before, right? Or you didn't see coming. Once you take, it's just like in the Bhagavad Gita, there's Krishna says that he is there to whoever is there to him, right? Krishna is there to whoever is there to him. Krishna is there to the person who is there to him, right? So what does this really mean? It is in essence similar to the saying, once you take one step towards God, God takes 10 steps towards you, right? So being there to Krishna, what does being there to Krishna mean? DEAR, being there as being close, right? What is being there to Krishna? Is it sitting down holy and chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, right? No, that's just one element of it, right? And that can definitely help you chanting and stuff. I have been singing spiritual religious bhajans for the past year every day, right? This has definitely helped me in terms of relaxation, calming my mind, slowing down my thoughts, relaxing me, giving me a deep needed rest that I needed for a very long time. This is helpful. But being there to Krishna in totality, it doesn't just mean sitting down and chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Rama and sing. There's a saying that in the age of Kali Yuga, which we are in now, that's all you are required to do. That's all that you are required to do in order to attain liberation, right? There's a saying that in this age of Kali Yuga, that all you are required to do is chant the name of Krishna in order to gain liberation. But in my humble opinion, some would say not so humble, but in my opinion, this is not the case, right? You need to take the action that is necessary in order to attain liberation, right? Sitting down and chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Rama all day long, right? Whilst taking no action whatsoever, right, is not exactly going to take you to that place of freedom. It might take you in your head, right? Or you might, I don't know, you will attain a kind of high, because that's what the chanting does. It will give you a kind of high, right? But that high is a personal high, right? And it doesn't contribute anything substantially in terms of the freeing of the society in which we live in materially, that is enslaved by the current social systems, right? So that's why I also would advocate, in addition to your chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, you also engage in right actions, which means withdrawing from organizations which cause direct harm or indirect harm to others, withdrawing from the participation and the consumption of animal products and such, which is vegetarianism, which I've been preaching for the last however long, right? So these are some of the things we can right action we can take to truly free ourselves or liberate ourselves and liberate the society in which we are caught up in, the web of karma that we are cyclically caught up in, right? Right action is the only way that you could actually free the world from that bondage, right? So the topic today is no one is born Radha or Krishna. One becomes Radha and Krishna through right action, right? I'll repeat it. No one is born Radha or Krishna. One becomes Radha and Krishna through right action, right? So this has to do with people who think that, oh, someone is born as I'm doing a video. Yeah. Yeah, sorry about that. So so the topic is nobody is born Radha or Krishna. One becomes Radha and Krishna through right action. So this is for people who think that, there's people who are born as chosen souls, right? These people are born as chosen souls, 144,000 chosen souls and so on, right? Once you draw close to Krishna, meaning not Krishna as in the person, Krishna as in the source, as in it's just a name, right? For, if you want to call it God, right? Once you draw close to God through committing yourself to doing the right thing, taking the right course of action, God or the universe or your spirit guides or your angels, whatever it is you want to call it, right, will open up a pathway for you, right? Meaning, in the same manner as the meaning, once you take one step towards God, God is going to take 10 steps towards you. Meaning that once you choose right action, right, the response or the reward from the universe would be that you will be supported. You will be supported. So regardless, right action is not an easy task. It's not an easy task to stop eating meat, right? I know that because even though I've stopped eating meat since I was 13 years, I still, for years after, felt tempted, wanted meat. I used to dream about eating meat and all this, right? So it's not an easy task to commit yourself to performing righteous actions, right? It's not an easy task to do that. But once you take the decision to do it, you will receive the support that you need. You'll receive the support. And this support might not come from people you necessarily know. It might not come in the way that you would have wanted it to come. But you will receive the support that you need to pursue that pathway, right? So in my video yesterday, I would have spoken about within 2 to 3 weeks of me dating a friend of mine who was a meat eater, and he expressed his desire, or he committed to an end goal, right? And how do I know that he committed to an end goal? Well, he said so, and secondly, he told me that he chose me. Yeah, he said that he chose me, right? I choose you, right? I said you can't choose me again because I've allowed this too many times in the past. You can't choose me whilst choosing to consume animal flesh or make your stomach into a cemetery at the same time. You can't choose me whilst your stomach is a cemetery for dead animals at the same time, right? So make your decision. So and this decision I don't expect anybody to make overnight because everybody is humans, everybody have flaws. Nobody cannot make a decision overnight to do these things, right? I understand that. So that's why I always tell people, I said before that I realize that I am an extremely patient person when it comes to principle and so on, that I don't expect anybody to make any overnight change for my sake, right? First of all, do it for your own self, don't do it for me. Secondly, take the time that you need to properly transition if it is that's your end goal. But like I said, once as you make it your goal to do right action, you will receive the support that you require along your pathway, right? As the point I'm making, once you make the decision to have it as your end goal, once right action becomes your end goal and you consistently work towards that as and have it in your mind and practice and implement it step by step, you are going to receive the support that you require, right? So this is actually one of the biggest secrets that religious leaders do not want you to know, because it surrounds, like, say, the issues of prophets and chosen ones and these kind of things, that people are led to believe that, oh, like, you could only attain God through this prophet or that prophet, or the reality is that there's no need to pray to any external deity. There's no need to go through anyone to attain the source. You are the source. No one is born any chosen anything, right? The way that you can become chosen is by choosing God. You become chosen by choosing God. What is choosing God? Choosing God is choosing the pathway of right action. And secondly, teaching others how to choose that pathway as well. Teaching others how to choose the pathway of God, right? you become chosen through teaching right action, through practicing right action, and through teaching right action, right? You are not born that way. You become that way by virtue of your virtuous actions, right? So, this is one of the changes that I've been trying to make in my life, which I've made progress with. I'm not fully there as yet, but I've made significant progress in terms of transforming my life personally. And right now, what I'm doing is trying to help others to transform their lives as well. And also, when they transform their lives, hopefully that will have a ripple effect in them showing others certain things that they have learned, and so that's how change is created, ending slavery one mind at a time. Right, so we are continuing the discussion in addition to what I've been talking about, which all of this is tying in together at the end, right? So we're continuing the discussion on the justifications that people use to justify them engaging in the consumption of meat or animal flesh. What arguments do people use to justify they continue in the consumption of animal flesh? So yesterday I would have mentioned one, they need to please family, friends, peers, right? Because eating meat is a drilled in cultural condition, socially conditioned practice, right? So withdrawing from eating meat would mean that you are going to lose some family, you are going to lose some friends. Not necessarily lose, but the relationship, the dynamic of the relationship is going to change, right? Are you willing to go through that process, right? Withdrawing from that, it doesn't have to, right? But it depends on your circle and how they feel about your change and whatnot, right? So people pleasing, or the desire to please people, is one thing that might justify your continued practice of eating meat. A second thing is taste, right? Do you know how many people I have spoken to in this lifetime, right? Personal conversations with, and people like literally say these things to me. It's like they would say things like, hey, I stopped eating meat for a month and I really feel better, in a normal conversation we'd be talking. I really did feel better when I stopped eating meat for a month. Yeah, I know that's a wrong thing to do, I know that's wrong, that's wrong, right? They would see it, like they would literally admit openly to these things, right? What is the problem when I ask them, well, why don't continue the practice? Why not continue the practice? Taste, desire, right? Taste, the satisfaction of your taste buds, right? So are you putting the satisfaction of your taste buds above that which is more morally right? If you sit down and think about it, what sort of person do you have to be admitting that something is morally wrong, and admitting that you actually feel good when you abstain from a particular practice, and yet still, because of your taste buds or your lack of control, your lack of self-control, you are still willing to take the life of an animal for your pleasurable consumption, right? So justification for continued practice of eating meat, taste, right? Because my taste buds means more. My taste buds, I need to satisfy my taste buds. My taste buds need to be satisfied above the need for an animal to live a free life, right?